What's up guys, John here coming at you with the first episode of Super Mario Maker Spotlight, where I take levels that you guys have commented below my video, and I play them, and I choose the one that I feel is best for the next episode. For the first episode, I chose a level because I didn't have any levels submitted from you guys yet, so I chose Skyfall Puzzle by Sean Hip 2. Now, I'm a huge fan of one-screen puzzles, and if you ever come to my live stream, you'll find that I play mostly one-screen puzzles, and Sean is a great developer of one-screen puzzles, and he comes up with a lot of cool mechanics and a lot of cool creative ways of getting through puzzles, and this puzzle specifically struck me as one of the best puzzles I've ever played, and actually became my favorite level in general altogether, just because of how creative it was and how I really enjoyed the function of it, and also the fact that it was a puzzle. So this will be the part of the video that you pause if you don't want anything spoiled for you. The code will be in the bottom left corner, so you can use that, and if you get stuck, go ahead and press play on the video, and I will catch you up. See you there. So the really cool thing about this level is that it involves items dropping from the sky, and you have to catch them before they fall into the hole to progress to the next part of the puzzle. So the first part is you grab a spring before it falls in the hole, and you can bounce up here. Now I want to fair warn you guys, whenever I go through doors for some reason, my Elgato lags a little bit, and I'm not really sure why. But there will be a little bit of lag between going through doors, and there's a lot of going through doors in this level, so I apologize in advance. And I'll do my best to freeze myself a little bit and wait for the lag to catch up or whatever, and just make sure it's as smooth as possible so you can see the whole puzzle being done. Now when I go through this door, the first thing that falls is a POW block. It only allows me to go back through the door, which at first I was kind of confused about, but as soon as you go back through the door you realize that the spring is high enough to grab, and when you have the spring you can go back through the door and use it on the next part. Now when you go through this door, be ready to throw the spring, because what you're going to have to do is throw it across to the other side in order to catch the other POW block. So throw the spring and grab the POW block at the same time. That way you have the spring over here and the POW block in your hands to make an elevator to the next door. When you go in here, make sure you're holding the grab button, because a P-switch will spawn, and you want to make sure you have that. Now this P-switch is only used right now to clear out those coins that are now blocks. However, if you hold right when you fall out of this door, because you're going to be falling from that top right one, you are able to land and then jump and grab the helmet before it falls, and that will save you a step later. But if you don't get it, don't panic, because you are able to go back and get it later. It just will save you a step in the long run. So hit the P switch and go through the door and try to get the helmet before you clear all the coins out. So I was able to grab the helmet on my first try, and then I want to make sure before the P switch fades that I clear out all the coins, because if it doesn't, all the doors left are floating and I won't be able to reset. So you have to make sure you clear out all those coins except for the one that is supposed to catch the bomb. Now that you've cleared out the coins, it's a good thing, because now you have a reset door, which is this door. Because it's on a solid platform, you're able to go through it as many times as you want to reset all the items, and if you mess up, it's no big deal now. So I'm going to go back through the door, and I'm going to grab the POW block. Now what I know as a puzzle, as anybody, is that there are 6 doors. I know that those 2 connect on the left, and the 2 bottom ones connect, and so that means the only thing left is the 2 top ones connect. And I also know that the bomb is falling from above the coin, so I can deduct that I need the P switch in order to turn that into a block and catch the bomb. That way when I go through this door, the bomb can be caught up there. So instead of going through this door right now and watching the bomb fall, I'm gonna have to go back and get the P switch first. So I'm gonna go back and get the spring and then get the POW block again in order to make my elevator. That way I can get into the P-switch door room. Start with the spring, save the spring, grab the POW block, and kind of save the bomb, but then you say bon voyage, bomb voyage. You use the elevator, steal the elevator, put the elevator back because you're a good guy, and go in and grab the P-switch. Now you can activate the P-switch here if you want, if you think you're fast enough. I like to hold on to the P-switch because it doesn't really matter, because you do have one more door that you have to reset through in order to do it all, in order to grab the POW block. So I like to reset the P-switch right here, or activate it rather, and that way I can go through the door, grab the POW block, and have plenty of time to make it to the bomb before the P-switch fades, and I lose the bomb forever. Once you get to this part, you just go back out, you take one step over the left. Oh. Now, see, that's a problem. You don't want to take a step to the left, because if you do, that helmet is going to break the bomb. So now, luckily, you've cleared out all these coins, so you can use your reset door to go back in. The only downside is now you have to do all the steps over again, because you need the P-switch. So sometimes, you know, you mess up, but luckily this puzzle does allow, once you get to a certain point, it does allow for you to mess up and recover. So I just go back, no big deal, grab the P-switch, and make my way back through the same exact way I did before, and activate the P-switch at the top, and then move on to the next part. The bomb responds, everything responds, it's no big deal, and you get a second try at it. Now, what we learn is we don't turn around as soon as we get here, but you do want to take a step back, so you can throw it straight up into there, which will destroy the bombs, release the free guy. And then lastly, now that the bombs has blown up those blocks, those blocks do not respawn with reset doors. So the last thing you need to do is reset to grab the POW block, and you can now finish the level, because all you need to do is throw the POW block at the muncher, sorry, and then jump into the spike to lose the helmet and damage boost your way through it, and then you have the level cleared. Thank you guys so much for watching that video. I appreciate it so much, and if you'd like to see your level in the next Spotlight, comment below underneath the video, click that like button, and I will play all the levels that are posted underneath, and I will pick the one that I think is best for the Spotlight. And if you want to see your level played live, just head over to my live stream, www.twitch.tv/IEJohn, and I will be playing all the levels throughout the week, probably on a specific day, and you can see your level played live, and I can talk to you and interact with you.